what's good? Keep me in tune with what's happening from town to town, bringing you all the action. What's good?
Hello, my name is Paulette Barnes. I am born and raised in the North Chicago and Waukegan area. I graduated from Waukegan High School in 2001, and I'm currently the assistant principal at Carman Buckner Elementary in Waukegan. I knew that taking this role, I wanted to do different things that exposed our children to the possibilities that they have in their future. We focus so much on college that we just push college bound. But I wanted them to see, hey, there's other things that you can do, because college isn't for everyone, and that's okay. So I wanted them to see things that they could do instead of, and how to get there. So with the program that I put on, we had presenters. Each one of them brought their own expertise, and they were all areas that necessarily you don't have to go to college to do. So for example, Ms. Tammy Moore talking about financial literacy. The kids loved that. They learned how to do a budget. What does it look like to do a budget each month, and how do you save? They learned that. With Shaquita and Cornell, they learned about acting and cinematography, and they absolutely loved it. We learned about public speaking with Mr. Andrew Gasson and Anton Matthews. We learned about being an esthetician and taking proper care of your skin. We learned about culinary arts with Youth Edge Culinary. I do have Tynesha coming back doing creative writing. She's going to come and actually do full lessons with our students and do some creative writing with them and have them write a story. Mr. Andre Simmons did something with our little ones for pre-K through second. We had graduation gowns, and they all wrote what they wanted to be when they grew up, and they all took individual pictures. So that's something that they'll be able to take home with them and say, hey mom, look what I did. This is something I want to continue. Throughout the summer, we are going to have the acting and cinematography for an enrichment program within our school. We take what we, did this year. We say, hey, what can we do better? Next year, we'll tap into some of the same presenters as well as some new ones that are local that will be meaningful to our students. And I want our students to understand, and I want our community to understand, that you can do whatever you want to do, right? Whatever you put your mind to. You don't have to go to college. You don't have to go the route that everyone else thinks that you should take. It's all in you. Everyone is different. I took a different path to get where I am now. And now I hold a bachelor's degree and 2 master's degrees. But that was the route that I chose to take. That was the route that I wanted to do. I want our children to see people who look like them and say, hey, okay, I want to be like Ms. Barnes. I want to be like Ms. Blanks. I want to be like Mr. Ford, I want them to know that they can do whatever they want to do, and they don't have to listen to what somebody else says. This is how you have to do it, and if you don't do it, then guess what? You won't be successful. We do have a lot of dual language classrooms, majority dual language classrooms. There's only a few monos, probably maybe 1 mono class per grade. Majority of our teachers are Spanish speaking teachers. The classrooms are 70-30, so 70% of their lesson has to be taught in Spanish and the other 30 in English. So those classrooms do still get exposure to the English language. If there's someone that needs to translate, or if we have a class that's conjoined for whatever reason, the teachers understand, okay, we'll say it in English, but then I'm going to follow up in Spanish. My inspiration to become a teacher goes back to that becoming a mother at 16 years old, because I had a lot of teachers who told me and were naysayers and said I wasn't going to do anything because I was a teen mother, as well as I didn't have a lot of teachers that looked like me growing up. I felt like I didn't have teachers that cared about me and that actually cared about my education. So I always said, you know what, I'm going to be a teacher, and I'm going to be the teacher that I always wanted. I'm going to be that teacher that I didn't interact with, that I didn't have. And that was really one of the reasons why I became a teacher. I wanted to be that change agent. I wanted to be that person that my students can connect with. I've always been a teacher or an educator that made real, meaningful, and genuine connections with their students. My students till today can call me and ask me for anything, and they know that. If it's advice, if it's anything, they know that I'll be there. Because they know I can take that teacher hat off and I can put the mom hat on, and I'm gonna tell them the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things for my students, but they know I'm doing it out of love. And I wish that's something somebody would have did for me. Not telling me, oh, you're not gonna do nothing because you're a teen mother. No, okay, Paulette, you're gonna be a mother. How do we work through this and how do we move on? That's what I wanted someone to do for me, and that's what I do for my students.